Welcome back to Gamespace Weekly number 9. We're going to take another look back at everything Gamespace that you might have missed last week. Now, admittedly, I'm not here today as I'm on the move, but we can still take a look back at everything that's happened in video games this week at Gamespace. Let's kick off the news with Doom this week. The Bethesda sequel to the 2016 reboot of Doom finally got some extra news this week in its specifications. The classic shooter franchise that was rebooted in 2016 got some specifications that might mean you need to make some upgrades to go ahead and play Doom Eternal when it comes back to PCs this year. You can go ahead and play the game if you've got a GTX 970 and an Intel Core i5, but really to get a decent experience and meet the recommended specifications, you're going to need to pick up something a bit more powerful that came out in the last 12 months. There's also the option of streaming the game via Google Stadia service when it comes out, so head over to Gamespace and check out your options now. Next up, the coronavirus is once again impacting video games. Twitchcon Amsterdam has been cancelled, so any of you that were looking to head out to this gathering of streamers and streaming relating shenanigans, you're probably going to have to think again. Head over to Gamespace to find out everything about Twitchcon Amsterdam that is now cancelled and find out how to go ahead and get a refund for any tickets you might have bought. Unfortunately, we don't know how this is going to go ahead and impact big gaming events that are coming up like PAX West and Gamescom in Cologne. We'll just, I suppose, have to wait and see how the coronavirus plays out. And let's be honest, it's not exactly the end of the world if we don't get to go and see some games. There are much more important things going on in the world after all. Next up, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary launched this week, and without any real fanfare, Microsoft pushed it out onto Steam, and we got the second installment of a series of 6 Halo experiences that are coming to PC this year. It looks like these are all sitting under the Master Chief Collection banner, and you will have to pick up that Master Chief Collection to go ahead and get Halo Combat Evolved. For any of you that weren't young enough to experience it, Halo Combat Evolved is essentially the first Halo game. It's the game where we first took on the Covenant and suited up with Master Chief on another world. If you remember years, okay, maybe not years, days of your college life being lost to the original Xbox and Halo Combat Evolved, then you can experience it once again and lose days of your work life to Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, shooting up the Covenant, all with new shiny graphics and upgraded HD textures. Owners of the PlayStation 4 are probably pretty excited for the news that dropped just at the end of this week. Sucker Punch Productions and Sony announced the release date for the upcoming PS4 exclusive title Ghost of Tsushima. Now, in this game, there's certainly plenty of epic adventure to vie for the freedom of Tsushima. It's set back in Edo period Japan. It's full of samurais and all sorts of cool Dark Souls style combat, but frankly we're not going to get into it too much here. Just head over to Gamespace, check out the story trailer and find out when you can get your hands on this title. Next up in Gamespace Weekly, the reviews, and there's a ton of it this week, most of it hardware. First thing we'll highlight is the Razer Viper mini review that we've got on Gamespace, dropping at the end of last week. The latest handheld powerhouse to come out of the Razer factory got into our hands this week and we took a look at its features. Coming in at around $39.99, it weighs just 61 kilos but still manages to bring a lightweight experience to the desktop while packing in all the features you'd expect from a top-end gaming mouse. Does it actually manage all of this, or is it simply too light to step in the ring with the big boys? Let's find out. Head over to Gamespace and check out our review. It's a big week for hardware here at Gamespace, and next up we have another piece of it. Coming out of Logitech, the Logitech Stream Cam is the brand new camera made for streamers. It features 1080 Full HD visuals at 60 frames per second, so rather than the underwhelming C922 or the incredibly expensive 4K Brio, this Stream Cam somewhere sits in the middle. Now, we got our hands on it and tested it out here at Gamespace, so head over to find out if this is the optimal camera for streaming up on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook or Mixer, or in fact head over to their YouTube channel and check out Dame's tutorial showing all the features and examples of what the Stream Cam can actually do in action. Finally, we had to give you a game in the reviews after all. This week we're going to highlight a game called Motorcraft. It's some good squeaky clean fun that frankly takes a cute animated moose, not mooses, definitely mice, too big, and a dastardly cat, twists the whole thing around a classic management style strategy that seems to definitely take some nods from 1990s Lemmings games, if you're old enough to remember what that is. The strategy title is out now on Nintendo Switch, and you can take a look at our review over on Gamespace.com. Normally, we'd have something to give away or some super hype news. This week, we spent all of our energy in getting out a ton of reviews and news over at Gamespace. So, looking forward to next week, we've got a ton of new reviews coming out, as well as a review of Bloodroots and another giveaway near the end of the week. Keep an eye out for both of those. Frankly, I'm excited to see what our editor-in-chief thinks of Bloodroots. I'm currently getting stuck into it over the weekend, and yeah, let's just say I've got something good coming up at the end of the week. Thanks very much for listening and for watching here at Gamespace Weekly. We'll be back next week with a roundup of everything that you might have missed over at Gamespace.com.